there's quite a bit of uncertainty around the fate of the withdrawal agreement. But one thing is for sure is that it won't be reopened. There'll be no changes to the withdrawal agreement itself, and there won't be any changes to the Irish backstop, which is actually the legal guarantee, the insurance policy, which provides that there won't be a border on the island of Ireland ever again, regardless of the future relationship between the EU and the UK. The Irish government say that any concessions on this or in any way to diminish it would mean that it wouldn't be legally operable and therefore wouldn't protect the Good Friday Agreement. It's incredibly technical, as you mentioned there, it's incredibly contentious, but there won't be any changes to that. There has been quite a bit of diplomacy taking place between the Irish government, Brussels and indeed Angela Merkel in Germany as to what can be done for Theresa May to help her get this withdrawal treaty over the line. And one of them, as you mentioned there, was perhaps that there could be some nailing down of the future relationship, just to persuade MPs in Britain that this backstop, if it's ever implemented, would be temporary and would only apply unless and until a strong future relationship had been engaged. But of course, still a lot remains to be seen in that regard.
And of course, Ireland has a lot to lose from a no deal, from the UK crashing out of the EU without a deal in place. Does that mean that the government there is really trying to persuade the EU to give the UK some kind of assurance on this so-called backstop?
Indeed, whether it be in relation to the future relationship, which of course unfortunately wouldn't be legally binding, or whether there could be some formal application, formal words, and Theresa May is looking for legal words, but what I've heard from sources is that it could be formal words which would say that the backstop would only be temporary, which could persuade MPs in Britain who basically say that if the backstop applies and if they sign off on this withdrawal agreement, then the UK will be permanently kept within the EU's orbit indefinitely. And that, of course, goes against the very essence of Brexit. So the EU and the Irish government is trying to do its best to give Theresa May strong assurances without reopening the withdrawal agreement. It's a very difficult task. It remains to be seen if it could be completed.